Oh, yeah. Get started. Welcome to the City of Troy work meeting, City Council work meeting. Let's start off with public comments on matters on the agenda. Anyone has something? And if not, we can go on to the housing committee. So we talked about this, the property we have over here. So that's kind of mostly with the housing committee, because just so we need to put out another notice for letters of interest.
Has anybody put in any? Well, you guys put out a.
We're gonna put-
No, no, okay.
Yeah, this is another opportunity for people.
There you go.
Yeah, same requirements. Live in the city limits, say that city eligible voter for city issues. How many people will be on the committee? I don't know, I guess we have to decide.
Yeah, sure.
3 to 5. So wasn't that big and- Mhm. And a council member, hopefully. So.
Like, if they're not here, I'll catch up very hard. Was all in you, so.
Like a great step into the door. And I would be happy to help too, but I am a short time. So I won't have a huge commitment beyond the year. But I think that's cool. It'd be nice to get started on that in like an official way. So I guess, yeah, putting out another notice, looking for letters of interest. And then the police commission. We had any letters for that? So I haven't seen any, I mean, just the one. From them, yeah. Okay.
Never read it.
I know there was somebody who had called me
asked about it and to know like a deadline. When I originally thought we were having our meeting on the 21st, and I told them the 15th. So we can have it and then vote on it. So we'll see if we get any after the meeting since it's changing.
Okay,
So
yeah, it'd be nice to get that nailed down. The next meeting, which is next Monday.
Yeah, Monday.
yeah, and when I talked to Linda Rodriguez, she had mentioned that I guess they would. She said they would all stay on it if they needed to. So, excuse me. And she has planning and let us know.
I thought you were gonna send the,
Yeah, I just love.
so you can get away.
Yeah.
Well, what do you guys think about making that deadline for the 13th? And
For next week, yeah.
then we can get it done. Would you be able to contact that person or no?
I don't know who it was, so
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I think,
So we'll just have to post it, I guess.
Yeah.
Is it your daughter? Great.
other,
Mayor. Well, if you have a way to contact them, then we really can.
I was,
Or can, since they were given that day of. I was just sitting.
Yeah.
I mean, we can see what we've got by that time and discuss it and then they post it out there, hopefully we can see that.
now,
How is that if they call us, we'll just get them.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to back on it. No, yeah, I guess. All right. Yeah. Well, then maybe we could just make our final decision. So next month, be nice to get it done.
Yes.
As soon as we can.
Because we have about, what did I say, I think we're up to 10 applications.
yeah, I remember. For the officer,
For the officer position, yeah.
Like local candidates or?
Some of them are, but
Some of them are, there's a few, Bristol, staters and a few, most of them are local.
Oh, that's good. Just the housing issue and issue.
What's that?
some good candidates maybe.
We have a few good ones, yeah.
I smell like onions.
It's not up there. But the police commission is current, like they're
Yeah.
still operable.
Yeah, they're still operating, yeah, just to get that out. Yeah, as we. Appointed the 3 that had been before, yeah, just, yeah. And then, so we did the letters in December for the first part of the year, just in case there were other people out there interested.
How many openings are there?
We have 3 on the commission right now, so.
So ideally wanting more than that, or,
No, not necessarily.
Yeah, I was gonna say, not necessarily, I think we would, if we had somebody interested, see if there's one of the 3 want to retire.
Thank you. Because they just stepped up because they've done it previous.
Yeah.
So,
And then we could get on a cycle.
Yeah, exactly.
New members. Staggered. That would be good.
Yeah.
A new member each year, cycling through that. So maybe we could put it out there that.
yeah,
If that's what you told.
yeah.
And then aim to get it all done February.
Yeah.
And then TJ was saying maybe start interviews soon.
yeah, so we just got, let's see, all the applications yesterday, and so Henry and I started going through them, this afternoon. And then, so we'll start getting a hiring board put together and start getting that done. We need to get it done before some of the good ones have experience, start losing interest.
Right, right. And so we're hiring a panel. It'd be nice to have a city council member.
Yeah.
Is there anyone?
Well, I talked to Levi about that. So we figured it'd be Henry and I, a city council member, Levi, and then I don't know if we want to get somebody else, maybe someone from the community or someone just so we have a good mix of. That's kind of like.
Yeah. Is there anyone particularly interested?
I'd do it if nobody else wants to.
Yeah.
I'll be a creature or, doing different people.
Okay, Scott?
But yeah, I'd do it.
I think also from that as well is because we're in a total rebuilding stage here. So we have I think a couple of reserves that haven't been put in their hours. And so we're trying to build our reserve program up too. So if some of these guys that are on there that maybe if they don't make it to the patrol officer position, maybe they'd also be interested in that and be able to get their foot in the door as well. And we'd like to get at least 5 good solid reserves that we can count on. Because I'm trying to get all this built up before the 4th of July hits and everything else. So and it's a good program. I mean, I think Michael reserved 4.5 years before he got on, but we had dispatch and stuff too. Some guys will reserve on for a year or two and get picked up by the county or
Sure.
we had one guy that got picked up by Tom Falls.
Yeah.
And it's a good way to get your foot in the door and see one if you like it, and two, get some experience. And if we have a position, maybe you can move into that, but maybe might find some better highway patrol. Like they pay a lot more too. The sheriff department, you never know. So we're also trying to build that up as well. So we're keeping some of those in mind in those applications.
Is there any other updates before you move?
I think that's it.
Does anyone else have anything? Next on the agenda is the water station. I don't have any information about that. About an update on that. Do you have that? Okay.
We got the box built, you put up a sign, letting people know as of the 13th. It'll be locked up and they'll have to come to City Hall during business hours.
So next Monday it will be?
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, we just gotta install it and then it'll be locked up and like I said, I'll have the key to open it.
Mm.
So and like we want to give them a little bit of notice so they don't show up
Yeah.
and go.
Right. Yeah, right, it's being reliable.
Yeah, so for right now, that's what we're gonna roll with and see how that goes.
So they'll just be able to use it during business hours.
Yeah, it'll just be during business hours. We have a heck of a lot of people that are coming down and taking water, and we got some people that are trying to do it the right way. And so that's.
Do they just prepay for a certain amount of gallons or do they just how's that gonna work?
That's what we're gonna do, yeah. There's a few that are already paying that monthly. So if they've been doing that for years and years, they can be grandfathered into it. If they don't use that much water, they'd have to haul, I think I calculated it at 739 gallons at 5 cents a gallon to make that base rate. So if they don't do that, it'd be easier for them to just pay by the gallon.
Yeah.
So is it 35 a month plus whatever you use, 5 cents?
No, just your 5 cents a gallon.
Okay.
Or 35
Or it's 36.95 these days, so yeah.
Oh,
Now you pay up front or do you pay after?
You pay when you check out the key.
Yeah, cause when I come down, I only get 14 gallons at a time.
Well, the reason we're trying is because there's a guy that he shows up about 2 or 3 times a week with a truck that's got
Yeah.
6,000 gallons.
Oh, that's smart.
And he is not paid once.
Okay, once, yeah, there you go.
So it's
No.
there's a couple bad apples that are making it this way. So
Yeah.
Plus in the summer, you have,
Advantage of it.
plus in the summer, you have people driving through motorhomes, trailers,
yeah,
and they know they can get water in there, so they,
yeah. And we see you'll see like little kids out there playing in the hose. One day we came by and it was a lady letting her dog lap. And then 5 minutes later, something was there filling.
that dog, that dog should.
Yeah.
What happened with the debit credit card thing that we were gonna have? We stick our,
It's still.
it is,
It's,
okay.
yeah, it just can't happen.
Okay, do you know how long it's gonna be? I mean, it's gonna be a year or?
I think here, well, coming up real soon, I think everything just went out with the contract.
Okay.
And stuff, so we're hoping later this year, summer, fall,
What happened to the previous guy that was gonna do it?
previous.
Did you guys have, I don't know, what? Yeah,
Didn't work
it
out.
fell through. He did not live up to his end of the deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, can't trust no one. There you go. Welcome to the room.
What if somebody says, okay, I'm only getting 300 gallons, they got one of those white tanks? And then they get more than that. It's honor system,
That's why I asked TJ too, and he said at some point we need to trust people.
So for now, until it's meters.
Shows up, we don't, you can't have somebody sit, can't have Travis sitting down there watching somebody fall. You got plenty to do.
It is
Big water monitor, the home monitor.
Well, we're dog catchers, counselors, whatever, I mean.
Maybe we could all switch up, bring you some food during part times of the day, so.
Little card tables, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just worried that if this doesn't work out, because I didn't know you had the other thing in the works. I'm just worried that this doesn't work out and just say, no more water for you. Because it's the only way we can get water.
Right.
We're out there on that Valley Drive and you could dig down 800 feet and maybe you get a gallon every hour, maybe.
Yeah, coffee.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
anyway,
We're trying to work it out.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of like the idea that you can pay before. Yeah. That would, yeah. So it's gonna cost me 70 cents.
Well, and the thing people kind of get upset with us, but really, it's not just us being meanies, it's actually, since it's a public resource, or a public thing.
Right.
If you're not paying for it, it's theft of services, so it's a state law, I mean,
Right.
that's why we're having the.
yeah, we get it.
CA state, we cannot give away our services, so we
Yeah,
have to do it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cause it goes up me, heck, free water for everybody. You can't.
You know, there's a big river right over
Yeah.
there. You get a 12-volt pump and you start pumping. I don't know what it's gonna taste like. Yeah.
Not an idea.
You can.
You're gonna have to go to the doctor out there.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I was concerned about that. Okay, we can go.
I was sitting down, I just opened the beer, and I took one sip, and I'm going, I'm supposed to do something tonight. Oh, yeah.
We can DVT you before you go.
What?
We can DVT you before you go if you want.
You're probably for nothing, because it's probably less than an ounce.
My husband,
My glass is still sitting on the thing full. Love the cat for it.
my husband's watching the Frisco.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you.
Does anyone else have anything for the water station?
Well, I think it's a good thing, so start Monday. There you go.
Gotta do it.
Good luck.
Thank you, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's that partition. That should help.
Yeah.
Thank you for that, you haven't set the date on.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Gonna be a good thing to have that.
Yeah.
At what point do you stop letting the key go out for the day?
I said 4,
Okay,
cause that should give them.
Ample time, yeah.
Yeah, I think it would.
Do they put a deposit down for the key or anything?
I'm gonna pay it at the time. So they tell me they have a 300-gallon tank, we'll calculate it, pay for it, they can have a key.
And then, I mean, like a
In case they don't
motivation for
return
them
it?
to bring.
Well, if they don't have key back there.
Can you hold like a driver's license or something till they return it?
Well,
Let's say it's got a 6,000 gallon,
mhm.
3,000 gallon
Right.
tank, not gonna take that key and then go back.
Right.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make a copy of it, yeah, exactly, have my own key the first day.
Take- I have a spreadsheet set up with name, phone number,
Yeah,
all that information.
projected gallons, the whole thing.
Yeah, so if they don't come back, then I know.
Well, you can probably have it figured out, that thing will produce so many gallons, and they're gonna be another 10 minutes, bring it on back. You know, it didn't take an hour and a half to fill your 300 gallons up there, buddy.
Right, we do have power in the well house now, G's, but. Soft start for the tell, but we do have power in the building again, so we're, as soon as we get the internet, it's on.
Yeah,
Look, never can reach you until
Yeah, so it'll be monitored too, so.
How many gallons permitted, what's it out?
It's just like a regular garden faucet, or like a garden hose, so.
they fill up pretty quick though.
Yeah, it's coming right off, well, so that type 15, I mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, so if you guys are under too long, it's obvious what's going on.
And there's a lot of times too, people go down there like.
Well, that's what's gonna happen, he's gonna get the key, and his buddy's gonna be down there waiting for him.
Well, can we penalize them if the same person that took the key doesn't bring it back, or if they lose the key?
I would think so.
If you don't get water anymore, if you don't come back.
Yeah, you don't bring that key back, you're done.
Yeah.
Are you taking
Something
their
to think
license numbers?
I could.
Right, big things, yeah. That was since a lot of their water buffalo things in there that we could.
Then if somebody's down there on a Saturday and sees someone filling up,
Yeah,
they borrowed the
exactly,
key and didn't return it, you know.
yeah.
Yep, I can do that, they just add it to the sheet.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Well, the key to Hubcap.
Bring it back. Tractor tire.
All right, so the water, wastewater. Ward, do you have a, or do you?
It's, yeah, I had gotten, well, I think he sent it to TJ and myself. Chris, I think. Had sent, information that they were gonna be putting it in the paper for an invitation to bid there at that point. And then Trish called and emailed me on it, to let me know, so I haven't heard. They were shooting for tomorrow's paper, but I hadn't heard for sure if that's what it was gonna be or not.
Okay.
But, so, just wanted everybody to know,
Okay.
that's where they're at, so if you see the paper, they did let us know.
So that was one of the grants that was contingent on
Yeah, getting,
that extension.
yeah.
Oh, I haven't heard that one yet.
Oh,
I haven't heard that one. So,
okay.
cause I know she had put in a request for funds. Trying to remember when. And we did get those funds in the summer, so,
Okay,
yeah,
so that's what's on.
yeah, so I think that was good.
But we got the extension.
Yeah.
Ward, did you have anything else on that?
No.
The claims processing for January?
Yeah, I just wanted to point out, since we're moving that meeting up a week, that means I've got to attempt to get all those claims done by this Friday. That could be, could be a little bit of an issue with year end, everything that's going on.
Yeah.
So I don't know for sure if we want to make sure that's when I get them done, or if we do a special meeting to approve those on the 21st. Think about that. then the other thing is if we do them for the 13th, that makes like a 6-week
Yeah,
until the next time. So I know that some of them would be thrilled to be getting their checks a week early, but
it'll be a week late next time. or
then
two,
yeah, next time, yeah, so just we need to try and
well,
figure out the best there, so.
if you don't get
Can
it
we
done,
just
then
approve
we
the
could probably have a
plans?
meeting real quick for them.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think that'd be no biggie.
Yeah, if we can approve through email.
Yeah, you just send them, we obviously not reply all, but just reply, yes, we approve, then that gives you at least approval to cut checks and stuff and.
Yeah,
Yeah, it just doesn't give the public a chance
Yeah,
to look at them and ask questions. Well, I'm sure they don't tend to, but yeah. But we could do a quick Zoom
Yeah.
call or something.
yeah. So just, okay.
Yeah, okay. I think it would be good to not do it
I agree.
by email, just
Yeah,
Okay,
for transparency. I don't know if we can.
yeah,
I didn't think about that part of it, for what living access. Good call.
so that's all I have.
Okay, it's just,
on that.
I think that's fine. To do that, like just the following.
Okay,
yeah, that'd be fine.
so I'll see, how many I can get in by this meeting, and then, yeah, whatever ones we're still waiting to come in or in the process. I can finish up the following. Okay, sounds good.
Full business. No specific items. So public comments. Do you have any public comments on matters not on the agenda?
I do, if nobody else does. I would like to bring up the idea of putting a moratorium on the ordinance we have in the city that doesn't allow people to live in their travel trailers. I feel like with the housing situation that it is right now, it really is crippling to our city. I've had a couple people come in the store and ask about it, like what the process is, and I don't like it. I feel like obviously with some kind of a boundary there, like not, on the city right away, but on somebody's property. I mean, there's no housing. Where are people supposed to live? That's my thought on it. I feel like if it's on your property, behind a fence, or not on your driveway, not on the city right away, like I don't see
Or like the front door. or whatever,
yes,
so.
blocking a city right away, but if it's on your property and there's not, structures.
Being parked there and not being lived in.
Yeah, there's nothing in city, in our ordinance that says you can't have a travel trailer on your property, so what difference does it make if somebody's living in it? I just feel like it's.
Well, don't we allow that anyway for like 90 days or something?
Right.
Yeah.
I think it is.
Yeah, cause you
If
can
they
do
request that.
some month an extension, then come in and ask for another.
Yeah, but just maybe like a temporary moratorium on it, just give it.
little longer time you're saying.
Yeah.
No.
I think you should consider the age of the vehicle that they'd be living in also. I mean, you already have an age limit on the trailers that
Trailers,
come into
yeah.
town, so if you're gonna let people live in something temporarily / temporary permanent, then you should probably think about the age of it too, because it's one thing if you have something like a brand new RV that you.
Now, if you're having housing issues as it is,
That's
do you think you're gonna have a new camper?
If,
I mean, I'm just saying.
they might have one that's 5 years old, not 40 years old.
Oh, I understand.
So, I mean,
Property and it's, especially in city limits, if it's in, like behind a fence or something, how's that?
you can't bring a single wide in unless it's newer than whatever years also.
Yeah,
And we got a homeboy across the street from the post office that just shoved a chimney through his, and it's 1970s.
yeah, and then
It's
right on the highway out here. Tony says now.
Grandfathered, but I mean,
on the street.
oh, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, right.
I think it's either you or you or
So
Michael or that one and that one, both of you.
So I was just dealing with this guy
Down across the park
here. Yeah, so he was out in the county and he's got some mental issues and they were dealing with him out there and he
No,
ended
so
up
he showed
moving
up
in
over here.
here. And I went down there and I took care of him.
Cause he's.
No, now he's going to get some treatment. So I saw that they moved part of his vehicle into the driveway and part of it's still sitting there on the street. So that was something that we were gonna have to look into. I also kind of think like what Jamie was saying, I think a lot of it depends on too how well they keep in their yard. If it's an an older camper, but they're keeping their yard and stuff like.
I agree,
Then,
though,
then that's
if you're trying your
that's
best to
one
take care
thing.
of things, but you're just getting crap piled up every morning, you know.
Best is a
Yeah,
different
so that's
story.
the best.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That it's my own opinion.
No, it's opinion of a bunch of people.
Owner has their property, they pay the property tax, they pay the mortgage, I feel like, who are we to tell them they can't have a family member living in a travel trailer or say leased as a rental income property, but there's no rentals around here, there's no housing. Where are people supposed to live? And if we're wanting teachers to come in and we're wanting a police officer to apply, there's no housing anywhere. And I mean, Cecil has no space. The one down there, it can't be older than 5 years old, and no children are allowed. It's like where are we expecting people to live? There is no housing here, and we're crippling what possibilities there are for people if they have a friend or family member that's willing to let them live in a trailer temporarily. Tell them no, you can't do that. Sorry, it's not allowed. I don't agree with it.
It's also
What the
already.
ordinance is currently.
Well, right now you can live there for 30 days, you can come in and get an
If you ask.
extension,
Yeah.
up to 2, yeah, so you can do it for like 90 days, I think is the
And
limit.
like an RV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a problem.
It's on record.
You get a year,
So you can get up to a year.
up to a year.
Oh,
So we got the one right out here across the tracks where the house is burned down. They have, yeah,
shouldn't require.
yeah. So my thought on that when I drive past it is it's kind of fence. It's a newer camper. She doesn't have money to build a house.
Oh, I understand.
So if the place is cleaned up, I don't have a problem.
I think we should brainstorm why we have that.
Yeah, I don't know what, I don't know if that kind
You
of.
know, is it because it looks junky? Is it because people end up on? Is it?
Yeah, I don't know how it come about.
Safety thing, and then if
Think
we
about
wanna talk about, like what you're saying,
Yeah.
put a moratorium on for just taking that out.
So that goes above and beyond.
Put in some buffers of.
See, even at your house, my
Like
house.
shoot fence.
So state law is 2 of them for these or that sort of thing. That's technically a review part
Sure.
and need reviewed as such. Now, for instance, always the thing, so as long as somebody ultimately ruins it and
So all the money's over there hanging out.
and they got 6 RVs and it's all trenched out, being allowed to cause problems.
So,
So the mechanism is there to enforce that. Now, kind of on that note, I heard the legislative session starting in Alabama. There's a draft bill. It hasn't been introduced yet, but so currently, if you want to get an RV or a trailer court, that goes through subdivision review. The same review as like Henson's went through to divide the property, which is it's not a great spot for that to fit. It's a little bit, it's a lot of hoops to jump through. And so they're proposing to take that from there into this other. There's this buildings for lease or rent review, which is dealing with 4 or more rental units. So if you have a 4-plex or something like that, and go through kind of a hybrid review where you're going to make sure you get your DEQ and your sanitation. The local law enforcement is going to be able to comment, the fire department, make sure it's proper emergency access. But it kind of it's not overburdening. So they're talking about moving that into that review just to make it more eligible. I think it's going to be a better fit. So hopefully, the bill being written by some folks in the Planners Association, so it's not just some legislator that's got some buddies trying to make it right block. So hopefully it's written where it works well for communities.
Nice.
So yeah.
yeah, we need to think about that, because I agree.
Yeah.
Limiting it to one might be one camper trailer
Yeah, you
on
only-
a piece of property.
No, I don't think that people should be able to use it as a revenue source and, you know, so renting out their land to everybody. As a way to, you know, drop the burden of there's no housing in the county in general. Libby's not any better. What is it's not a
What if they stay longer than a year? And there's still no housing.
I mean,
Right.
the way it is written now, they can stay a year,
Yeah.
you know.
They have to review all that, they're saying they wanna review the whole thing, it's just, if it's gonna be 2 or 3 years, I mean.
Yeah. You never know, time moves quick.
Young people around here can't afford rent, though, if they want that.
No, I can't believe
No, we just
that's not-
match the rent.
I mean, that's why too, you see so many kids stay living at home and stuff like that because there's you can't afford to get out.
That's exactly right.
But it unfortunately pushes people into potentially unsafe living situations. If you've ever seen an RV fire, because somebody had a two
my-
electrical, yeah. Oh, those things are toast.
Yeah. Oh, they go up fast. A mobile goes up fast.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah,
think
something
it's
to
something
think
that we
about.
should
Yeah.
look into to see if it's
Yeah.
something that we can adjust or change in some way to make it more useful for the residents of Troy. Because right now we're saying, sorry, I'm sorry you don't have a place to live, but
Yeah, we want you to come
Yeah.
and work, but no.
yeah, but there's no housing for you. So good luck, figure it out.
People are also just doing it anyway,
Yes.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
being sneaky.
Mhm.
They're not sneaky, but.
That's it's kind of a crying shame it's gone, because we, just while we were talking about it, we thought of like 8 different houses in this town that are just sitting empty.
Yeah.
In various
State of stuff.
states of disrepair, you know, people that own it don't live here, well, it's Papa's, we can't sell it, but someday we're gonna fix it
Well,
up.
it's empty, you can't afford it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly,
Yeah.
so they just sit empty and meanwhile people are screaming for somewhere to live,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
You ever go on the Astro sign open and you can click and see the owners, and there's a lot of state LLC.
Oh,
Yeah,
boy.
no, exactly.
Yeah. Well, some towns do have mechanisms in place to discourage that,
Yeah.
like fees.
For vacant homes.
Yeah, because it looks bad, and they're.
Yeah, they're warning you can't get nothing because you
Yeah.
don't nobody live in your house.
Yeah, it seems to be a problem like nationwide too. I mean, you know, I just went down to Tombstone, Arizona, drive through Arizona. There are campers all over the place too, out in the desert and stuff. Yeah, I just think it's an issue. Yeah.
I was in Bozeman not that long ago, and it was staggering. It was getting freeway along, and stuff, I'm talking about where I'm like, and there was beautiful houses and stuff, and then a garbage disposal, there's porta potties, I'm like, holy smokes, man, it's right. You look on the Foresters Road, the snow punch no down, you see them. Why not, man? You're right.
Too BB.
No, it's, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, times are tough.
I think a really good goal is to keep people from living on city right away.
Absolutely.
Oh, buddy.
Like I've never think that anybody should be able to live in their travel trailer on the city right away.
Yeah.
I don't know. Or in their driveway. I just don't think that, you know, parking it on your driveway that your neighbors have to look around. I don't think that's the answer. But if it's behind in your yard behind a fence and it's
I
not
spent the summer chasing people around.
exactly that
Spot.
Yeah.
My vehicle just broke down. I'm sorry. Okay, get moving. Next thing you know, they're over here.
Yeah, they moved it to there.
It's in a yard and it's not a nuisance or blocking your neighbor's views.
Yeah.
That should be done. I keep my camper plugged in 24 hours a day, so.
Yeah.
My kids stay there for about 3 to 5 days,
Yep.
every 6 8 months and.
You can guarantee most parents out there block their fence plugged in and seats.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's the case, you might as well put a rolling cameras. And it doesn't matter in here because some people can't afford new RVs, they have them, and they travel.
This is what it is.
Yeah, and as long as the outside is being kept up, just like what difference does it make? As long as they're not, you know, piling up their garbage on the outside,
Yeah.
taking it to the that's a problem. Whether it's a stick built travel trailer or whatever, it's just
I like to go sit in my camper and have a few beers, it's like a 3-hour vacation.
That's where you've been hanging.
So, listen,
like a new construction.
Yeah, I think that's.
That's something to talk about for sure.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was wondering about the CDBG. I mean, I asked you that separately. If that's.
Wow. Jones, the planning, yeah, also planning. I had sent information to them. Amara, the other head of Vanessa. Yeah.
One of those names.
Yeah. For that, and just as a draft, because I think she was the one who sent me the information of that we couldn't do anything.
Oh,
I can't remember. So, I can't remember which one it was that said we had to get the stuff taken care of first. And I didn't have it all. We didn't have all the invoices in yet. I just sent it to her to draft. So she was asking, well, so you're not using this extra money? I'm like, "Yeah, we are." Yeah, we probably will be. So I haven't done anything waiting
And
to make.
invoice.
I think so, yeah, I think I've got the last one to do in this next round of claims, so, yeah, and that's what I wanted to verify. Are we all done?
Yeah,
Because then we can, go ahead.
yeah, and that's why,
Yeah,
you know, only cost less, but let me know if you need help.
oh, yeah, I will, I was gonna say, make sure we have all of them, if there's some questions, though, we can answer them out. Sure, okay, yeah. Sounds good.
I have a question about business license. If a business applied for a business license and put down an address, but that address is now being used as residential, is that business license still good?
I have the same question. I'm curious about that.
Because there is, yeah, because that Nate's Nugs put in for a business license. For
Over there when Tony's living with the bug bag.
Yeah, and now that place is being used as residential, and now that individual business is keeping another business from wanting to do business here because of the state law that says that anything over,
That's our
You
city.
can only have one.
we only have one in our city. There's another individual who wants this, but they're tying it up.
He's not operating as a dispensary. He has no.
Well, how long does that business license go until you, I mean, you can keep paying?
That's.
I mean, over and over, that's the bond you understand.
We have our own business license, but it doesn't have nothing to do with it being. a
But he put it in, doesn't Warren Wynn own that building?
Yes.
So Warren Wynn is not Nate's Nugs.
No, Warren Wynn, him and that, they had to just done. Warren, I talked to
My
him.
address,
He said he's not.
even that address, that address is no longer,
Yeah, so, and he knew that when he was looking at renting that place, so. He's come to me with a couple of different addresses since
Yeah,
then.
Nate has.
Yes,
Oh,
because he still wants to do it, but he hasn't found the location. But he's brought me a couple different addresses, and then we have to do the measuring from, the front of our school.
so what happens if the other guy wants to put in and he finds a place first, does he have a right to do that?
I would say so.
Because that's not fair for the business owner to come in.
Yeah, he's,
you know what I'm saying?
he has.
Yeah. I wonder if will the city approve another business license for that? Because it's really, is it our rule or the state rule about the population?
I think that's a state one, actually.
So, but since he's not in business, he could,
But it's, how long has it been since he got that?
a year,
A while.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
Can
why.
you renew his license?
it has expired, yes.
So
So,
John should be able to come down and
Yeah.
put in full.
okay, I didn't want him to, waste his time putting in for it, paying the money and then being shot down because that guy has one, but he doesn't, not really in business. So. It's been on my mind for a while.
Yeah, I asked TJ about it the other day, and he just, okay, he didn't know.
So I would tell John to file.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Paula, did you ever get a definitive answer for budget money for local government review?
We don't have it.
That's a problem because it was on everybody's tax bill and they were taxed for it, so we have to.
Come up with it, okay, yeah. Yes, because when I asked the question out to the listserv, I was like, it should have been put in this account, they had everything laid out of what it should be, and
$5,000.
Never in any of the notes that Tracy left, okay? Even though I was told the money was there in the budget, but it was never laid out, but in the current. So I don't know where I got it.
But it would have come to us after she left, right?
Yeah,
The money would have.
It would have would have got half of it with our November
taxes, yeah.
Oh, okay.
well,
So,
give or
well,
take.
whichever
Some of it.
technically,
And throughout the year.
yes.
But yeah, there should have been a category for that, at least to put that and check that.
That was, yeah.
I wonder where it went last time. What line item?
No, I didn't know the last one, but
Not.
It's been a long time, and that's where she said she reached out to the listserv and they all told her where it should go with budget.
yeah, and those numbers have been set up, so.
Oh,
Yeah,
so then I wonder where Tracy put it
Yeah,
well, that's, yeah.
many years ago, that it was a review, what, 10 years ago?
that's been a long time.
It was 10 years old. The other concern I had, what people
$5,000.
were saying on it was, I was told it was supposed to be 5,000. When I looked back at the last time it was done, it was set at 10,000.
Yeah,
And-
the ideal amount for us should have been 13,000.
Yeah, and other people that didn't have to do it this time, but if they would have, they said it would be more like 35,000.
Yeah, that would never happen. I couldn't even see why you would even need that much money.
Yeah,
We have the 5,000 like we were thinking.
absolutely.
Especially when the training only ended up being what, $200?
Yeah.
So that didn't eat into much of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything else?
Good meeting.
Great. Then we can adjourn. We need a motion to adjourn, yes. No, not for this. Let's go adjourn.
Next Monday, 6:30 or 7 next month.
That was
7.
So again, next Monday, 7.
Do you want to?
Next Monday, 7.
It's okay.
Shops.